Mrs. Bond? Here. Mrs. Duff? Here. Mrs. Gay?
Here.
Mr. Rodehaver?
Here.
Mrs. Harlow?
Okay, has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from November?
Yes.
Any
Yes.
corrections or changes?
I didn't see any.
Hearing none. Approve as submitted. Right into business.
All right.
Easter egg.
Yep. So the first thing is the Easter egg hunt. So we started meetings about 2 weeks ago. This year we're going to do it at the rec center. We're going to change it up. And I know we went over there for COVID, but we went back there last year to the GCC. We're going to move back to the rec center. And we're literally going to dumb it down just because all new staff. We're all trying to learn from each other and what we're doing. So it's just going to be an Easter egg hunt. Age divisions are going to be 0 to 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9.
Wait a minute, you don't have to keep.
Okay. 10 to 12, and then 13 to 17. So let me know when you want me to redo it.
I have a pencil and still.
Oh, you want a
I
pen?
got it.
You got it.
0 to 1.
0 to 1, and then 2 to 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10 to 12, and then 13 to 17. So the younger age divisions, the two youngest will have 500 eggs each, and we're all going at one time. We're not COVID time where we did shifts and pre-register. This is going to be show up like old times. We do one air horn blow, and all the kids just go.
I agree.
Yeah. So one time.
All marked off.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna. Yeah. So at the rec center, we did it out in the field. The common area is going to be in the middle of the parking lot, and then we're just going to basically do like a half circle of all the age groups around us, and we'll have it blocked off. We'll make sure that everybody, when they start, will start from the blacktop. Is how it's going to work. So we can tell people to start from the blacktop. When we did the GCC, it was just kind of, we did lanes, and they were right next to each other, and kids were just going crazy everywhere. So yeah, we're going to mark them off, and we're going to have people, age bearers is what we'll call them. They're going to hold signs. We're going to have someone up near the parking lot directing people where to go, but it'll start the youngest and kind of go to the oldest, just a horseshoe. So then what I'll do, I'll be in the middle. We'll be in the middle if you all can show up.
Sure.
We'll have each age group or age divisions will have 3 prize eggs. So there'll be 21 baskets that you all can hand out. Kelly is working on doing the baskets. It will be, we actually just took all the money from the budget for this event and just made it extravagant on that side for the baskets and stuff.
Cool.
The eggs will have about 7,000 eggs prepped. So it'll be the 2 youngest age groups will be 500 each, and then every age division from there will have 1,000. So yeah, so should be plenty to go around. I did get contacted by the air park, and they were bored last week when it was real windy, and so they're all just sitting around talking. Well, they have a new flight commander or whatever it is over there, and he sent me an email about them maybe doing an egg drop from an airplane, but I don't know, like,
Ooh, that could be sticky.
yeah, like I would almost want to do the egg hunt first and then like have that as a secondary like egg hunt, because if they drop all those eggs, I don't want 0 to 1 year olds and 13, 17 year olds going at the same area. You know what I mean? I don't know how we'd spread it out. So,
How do you keep from getting hit?
well, everyone would be away and they would drop it in that field, in the field where the 4th of July stuff is where they would drop it. Well, to me. But I don't know. It was something I'd rather maybe like a helicopter do it, because then they can just drop them straight down. But a plane's
okay.
flying over,
That's
Right.
true. All the helicopter.
so they have to drop it early. in order for it to all land. So
Maybe
I'm sure they could
do
do
like
it.
the golden eggs or something.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
prize egg.
I don't know. It's something that we just kind
That'd be
of came to my attention. I thought was kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm not
It would
sure.
be plastic,
Yeah,
Yeah.
not raw.
right. Yeah. So I don't know.
But as soon as they hit, they're gonna crack.
Well, and that's what I was thinking too. Like if I don't know who's buying those eggs either. Like if it would be on us or if they are going to provide that. So if it was on us, I mean, we'd try to tape them, but
Maybe they could do like rabbit, stuffed rabbit.
maybe, yeah, like stuffed animals. Yeah, I
Put
don't
them
know.
in there. I don't know.
I thought they would be a little softer.
Yeah. So I know, last year we did the extravaganza and we had food trucks and
Yeah.
games but it
So
snowed.
windy and
You remember it
stuff.
snowed?
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah. And then we did shifts
It was horrible.
and we were there all day in the snow.
We're
Like,
soaked.
yeah. So we're just going to eliminate that. We're going to go back to everyone show up at one time, hit the air horn, probably over in 10 minutes.
That's fine.
And then afterwards, we're going to set up meeting room A inside for pictures with the bunny. So we're going to do a whole backdrop. If we have to make a snake on the inside and, weave around, if there's a lot of people, we'll probably do that, just have it set up. But we're going to do a whole theme in there and decorate and do all that in the meeting room. So that's pretty much the Easter egg hunt this year. Like I said, we kind of I want to see how full-time staff gets together and how we operate together and all that. So it's going to be kind of dumbed down from what it was last year. But I think, people want to come hunt eggs and go do their thing or what afterwards. We used to do the breakfast with the bunny and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if we want to do that, you guys can tell me if you want to do that again. But I don't know. I know the last time we did it, it wasn't very highly attended. And it was a lot of work for not a lot of effort when people just wanted the eggs and get their prize baskets if they get it or a bike and go home. So
Well, and the cost of food this year,
I know.
and do people want to pay that
Right. Yeah.
additional? Because it would cost, you'd have to pay more
Oh, yeah,
for the
absolutely.
breakfast to
Yeah.
begin with.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I chose to do that, to dumb it back and see how it goes, just operating this way on like the bare bones, one time go, and then we're taking pictures, we can get out of there. So if y'all are okay with that,
Uh-huh.
And what time does this?
10 o'clock.
Oh, 10 o'clock.
Yep, 10 a.m.
What's the date?
April 1st.
Oh,
Yep.
And can you speak up?
I'm sorry. Is that better? Is that better? Okay. So April 1st at 10 o'clock.
I'll be
And
down
I
there.
assume that's on Saturday.
It's a Saturday, yes.
I rented the room, so I'll be down there.
So,
Yeah.
It's April.
Fool's Day.
yeah. This isn't an April Fool's joke, though. I mean, this is real.
And the pre-registration last year, I'm sure, was supposed to be a good idea. Unfortunately, people came up there that thought they had registered.
Absolutely.
Or had done it earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there, and they were cold and wet and
Also,
miserable. So it was just kind of hard on the people.
people that didn't register,
Correct.
are showing up and
Yeah.
it's hard to tell a kid, sorry, you can't go hunt eggs, even though there's,
Exactly.
maybe at that shift was 12 kids and there's 1,000 eggs or 500 eggs for 12 kids. We're going to, like, you didn't pre-register. Like, we're done with that. Like, it's a one-time shoot. If you're not there, sorry.
That's a
You know,
good
then-
idea.
And I think this will
Yeah.
should run
Bring your
very
own
smoothly.
baskets,
Yeah.
and there you go.
And then the next weekend, you have the opportunity to go somewhere else if you want to, because they're going to be Easter egg hunts all over the place. So,
Pre-registration, it had to have been hard to do.
oh, it was logistically, it was not the funnest thing to do. So, we max it at 25 or 30 per age group, and yeah, we're crossing people off and checking IDs, and yeah, it was not. It wasn't the
difficult.
funnest thing. I mean, we made it work for the COVID time period, but I mean, I think we can
Move on.
and kind of go back to the way it should be. So, I mean, that's what I remember when I was a kid. Show up, egg hunt, and go home.
Right.
And everyone wants candy anyway. I mean, that's,
Right.
it's the spring Halloween, I guess,
Now,
of
where are you
candy.
going to have the baskets then? Will they
Yeah,
be
so what we'll,
inside or?
no, they'll be outside in the
Oh,
middle.
outside.
So like I said, we'll have a central location. Also, the comprehensive plan company, American Structure Point, will probably be there. And well, we hope that there's a lot of Moraine citizens that come. So if they listen to this, come out. But they will be there probably surveying people, asking questions if you live in Moraine about what they want to see. I don't know what their questions are exactly yet, but they will have a booth there trying to track a lot of data of people so they can put it all together in this whole big comprehensive plan. So they'll be there. They may want to talk to you guys too. So
Things to tell 'em.
yeah. So I don't know exactly what they're going to ask, like I said, but they should be there, and then we'll have the booth set up for you guys with the prizes, and we'll have a table set up with everything under it. The eggs will be marked with an X, just like we always have, and there'll be 3 per age group. So. Other than that, you have questions? I mean, that's the Easter egg hunt this year.
I think that's great.
Okay. So, city beautification awards. So last year we kind of changed the way we did it. It worked, but I don't know if it was the best. So we did it later. I think we discussed that we wanted to do it earlier when flowers are in bloom, and so like maybe the May time period. So I think this year, like, instead of waiting on nominations to come in, we need to go back to you guys going out and driving around and checking those out. I can go out and take pictures. It doesn't matter. But what we should do is probably figure out a date between, I don't know, mid-April to mid-May, send me addresses, and then I can go out and take pictures and we can vote.
Well, most people won't plant till after Mother's Day.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You tell me
After May, after the second week of May,
after the second week. So when would you want
the
What about the
to?
first part of June?
June,
That gives them time
first
to
week of June.
establish a little bit.
about the first week.
It's fine with me. 'Cause
So end it the first week of June. Okay, so open it. I mean, we could open it whenever, to be honest with you. I
May
mean, that's
1st through
yeah.
June 1st,
okay. That's fine. We can do that.
whole month of May.
And then, honestly, the structure I had on voting last year, I don't know, it was okay. I wasn't sold on it after we kind of went through the process. So maybe I'll get with Aaron and see if maybe we come up with a different structure. But I think you all should go out and take pictures or send me addresses of what you want or ones you like, and then we'll go out and take the pictures. Unless Dave, you want to do that or be a part of that again. I don't know if you do or not. Okay, I didn't think so.
If you could do that outline area so we don't get lost, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, send me out where the banjo music is.
Just get some addresses.
So yeah, so let's do that. We'll do it April 1st to May 1st, or May 1st to June 1st. Sorry, and then send me the addresses first week of June, and then I'll go out and take pictures, and then we'll figure out who wins after that. So
Do you?
Thing is,
Gotta get your plans, get them in the
True.
ground.
So what,
Right.
May 14th through the end
Yeah, I
of?
think the middle of May to the middle of June.
Okay.
Myself, I don't-
well, that does make more sense.
That
the
would be in
middle of
time
May
for the
to-
June meeting.
yeah, so that would be
Nine or
perfect.
June
Yeah.
17th.
So all right. So let's do May 14th through June 14th, or our next meeting, I guess. Like right before the next meeting, and I can have the list and pictures for you here. What is that?
Mother's Day is May 14th.
Okay, so when's the meeting?
Meeting would be the
June.
June, the second one?
Yeah,
June
June
3rd.
20th.
June 20th, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. So let's do
fine.
May 14th through June 14th, and then that gives me 2-3 days to put together a list and get the pictures taken. So
meeting.
So I will.
Is it take pictures and send them to you?
I mean, you can if you want, if you're out. So what I ran into last year, I told them, I don't know if it was this morning or the other day. Sometimes I went out to their house last year. I took a picture and there was trash out. You know, it was trash day or whatever it was. What is that? Fridays here?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. So I picked the wrong day to go out, but if you catch a pretty day or something, the sun's blue, you know, the sun's out, and you take a picture, yeah, that'd be great. You can always just send it to me in a text. I think. Do you guys have my cell phone number? Do you have my cell phone number? I don't know if you guys have my
I
cell
don't know,
phone
do you
number.
want us to have it?
I don't care. It doesn't. Well, you do. I know you do.
I don't harass you though.
Okay. What is it? 937
570 7996.
7996.
Yeah.
This is your first.
That's my personal. I don't care. Hey, the city gives me a cell phone allowance, so it's a whole bunch of everything. It's fine. I know it's public hearing, right? They
We're
can,
gonna call
so
you
everyone
when
knows
that
my cell phone
track
number
is
now.
Can you call him at 9, you 10, me 11? Keep his phone busy.
Yeah, just blow me up, whatever you got to do.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so leading up to that, I will send you guys an email reminder to let you know, hey, May 14th is coming. Get ready to go out and do that. We'll have another meeting
In
before
April,
then
right?
too. Yeah, we'll have
We can
another
get the
meeting.
list then, maybe.
Yeah. So, send reminder. Okay. Is there anything else on that? No? Okay. Excuse me. Next is the Little Free Libraries discussion. The reason why this is on there, so I don't know if you knew or remember Kristen when she was here, worked with an Eagle Scout and he built these free little libraries. And where they put them, how should I say this? Maybe not strategically the best place to put them.
People destroyed.
Yes. So there's one at Wax Park by the playground, which you think that's great. Someone's sitting at the playground there, but it's so far off the beaten path. If you got 20 books that you want to put in there, you literally are trucking 20 books out to this thing. So it doesn't necessarily make the most sense where it is. It makes sense because someone could sit there, watch their kid, and read a book. But the whole point to me of a free little library is you open it up, you grab a book you want, and you take it with you. And whoever's doing it is supplying it with books constantly. So we ran into the two that we had, the other one's at Aura Everett's, and it is out by the playground as well. So it's not strategically close to the building or parking lot that you have to walk back and forth. Both of them got vandalized. The one at Wax Park got vandalized within the first week. Destroyed it. And then we fixed it, got vandalized again. They took the books out, they shredded them into a billion pieces right on the playground. And it was, I think, during cicada season too, so it was even kind of grosser. I mean, you're trying to pick this stuff up and there's cicadas everywhere, and it was like, what? But so you had that happen, and then the one over at Aura also got vandalized as well. The one at Wax, when Bobby found out, our maintenance Bobby, he got a hold of a friend of his, I guess, and what plexiglass is over that is like military grade ballistic. So you can't, I don't think you could shoot it with a gun and break it. So that's been fixed. It's taken care of that problem. I think they just recently did the one at Aura as well. The issue that I have is that they're just in a bad spot. So I would like to move them to the front of each building. I think they would get more use. I think people would see them, and I think people would partake in taking a book and bringing a book back, or whatever it is, easier than where they're at right now.
That's a good idea.
So I talked to Mike about it, and he kind of wanted me to bring it to you just to let you know if you had any objections, or if you like the idea, or anything like that.
How many are there?
2.
Just 2.
Yeah, there's only 2. Yep. So I don't know if so in Miamisburg where I live, there's a lady up Heineke that has one in front of her house, and she does it. She made it, or her husband made it, and and all this stuff. I don't know if there's anything like that in Moraine. I don't know if I've ever seen one in your neighborhoods. But so these might be the only two in the city. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great idea.
do too.
I just think that they're in not the right places. So if we moved them to the front of each building, you can literally get out of your car and it's right there.
Right.
So,
Would you put them in the building?
well, they're supposed to be outside. They're not supposed to be locked up. So you can get to it at any time. So if we put them in front of the buildings, they're on camera. Not that
Oh, I agree.
necessarily do
But
something.
it might deter it a little bit.
It would. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's one.
So I was going to get with either the maintenance or both them and the street department, have them moved and put them somewhere in front of each building.
Yeah.
So if you're all okay with that, I'll
Oh, yeah. that's
Excellent
great.
idea.
Absolutely.
report that to Mike and we'll make that happen. So because the kid that built them, I mean, he did a heck of a job.
Yeah, he
I mean, they're solid. It's just the kids broke the plexiglass in front of them, and actually they were doors. They ripped the doors off, and then we put plexiglass like folds up and down. We put that over it. They broke that, so then we put this ballistic stuff over top of it. So the street department put a decal on it, which looks good too. So they're nice. They didn't destroy the structure of the house, is what it looks like, a mini or bigger size birdhouse. But they just they destroyed the door and the plastic. So
Is there anything on those that designate that, hey, this was donated by Eagle Scout so-and-so as an Eagle Scout project or anything like that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't
There might
think
have been at one time, but it might have gotten destroyed too. I mean, we can't honestly. Once it got destroyed the first time or vandalized the first time, we reached out to the kid. He never got back to us. I'm sure he was kind of devastated. I mean, he put all that time and effort into it, and then for it to get destroyed like that. So, I think if somebody wants to go to the parks and those are in front of the building, they want a book, they can go to the front of the building and then drive around and go back there with that book. So instead of it being right there and accessible, it was more accessible just to kick and destroy from what it sounds like. So
Who's responsible for resupplying the books?
all of us.
Anybody.
Everybody.
You can take
Everybody.
books at any time.
Yep. So it's pretty much you take a book, give a book is what it is really essentially set up for. Now, do a lot of people take them? Yeah. But hopefully they're reading. Hopefully they're actually doing what you're supposed to with the book, not just taking it and using it as fire, something to start a fire or something like that. But that's the whole point of it, is to give and take. So like my wife, for instance, does it all the time. She'll take a book from one, read it, and then go take it to another one and pass it on. Yeah. So like Skyline Chili does it. If you go into Skyline Chili, they do it with kids' books. So kids come in, and when they sit down, instead of getting on their cell phones, they try to get them to get a book and take a book, and we bring them back. So it's kind of a cool thing for kids because everyone's locked into their phones anymore. So, but yeah, I just wanted to pass that on. I thought it was probably a good topic to actually kind of talk about, just because where they're at is not doing anything. They're empty.
Right.
Why? I mean, I don't even know why they're out there when they're empty. So, and you may get one person to put a book in there every now and then,
Can
but
it be put in the messenger?
yeah, we can add that to the messenger. So the messenger is quarterly now. You're right. So we missed the spring quarter, but we'll have to do it in the summer.
Okay.
Take a
okay.
picture and say, these are now out
Yeah,
front.
absolutely.
Please.
I mean, we can post on Facebook or whatever. And again, that's another topic we'll talk about soon once I bring that up to who I need to. So, all right. And then next meeting would be April 18th. Ooh, tax day. Ooh, it's a big day. Is that good with everybody? April 18th?
Yeah.
So that'll be after Easter. We can talk about Easter. I'm going to do, I'll do an after meeting with staff and all that too, so I can report what we did good, bad, and then maybe for next year, recommendations for next year. So April 18th. Okay. So then I got two other things that I have for other business. Does anybody else have anything before I report? No? Okay. So first is the Holiday Lighting Awards. I know I sent it to everybody, but I only got 2 back. I don't know if anybody caught those emails. So, yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out getting you guys the information through email because I don't know. There's something going on there with emails that I guess I'm not sure what's going on. But I know Sharon and Patty. So I just went off of their votes. There wasn't much to vote on this year. So again, on that topic, kind of like the city beautification, I think we're gonna have to go out and do it. There wasn't was there 5 houses maybe?
And then I think you had to add an extra.
And then I added a couple when I went out and took pictures. And then there was only 1 vote for the Griswold Award. So like they won, out of not having any other votes. And so the top 3 for the holiday lighting was 2075 Munich. Second place was 2837 Cadillac. And then third place was 2024 Munich. And then the Griswold Award went to 2125 Willow Oak. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah.
I think they do it every year, but that thing was unbelievable. I don't know how much
Little
their
too much.
how much their energy bill was, but with how everything is going right now, it had to have been sky high that day.
Oof.
So those were the winners of the holiday lightings, and then the Griswold Award. I'm still going to decide: do I want to bring them into a council meeting? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm still debating in my mind because, like I said, there wasn't that many to vote on in the first place. So I think next year we need to probably go out and maybe each of you take 5, come back with 5 different houses. So then we have 25 houses or something that we can, have a pool to pick from. I don't know, something to discuss later, obviously, but
I have to admit that there wasn't a whole lot.
There wasn't,
this year.
no.
I even drove around and there wasn't
Yeah.
much. People just didn't decorate
Yeah.
much.
and I don't know why. I know the year before it was,
I agree.
because I did a whole PowerPoint presentation for council, and like this year's PowerPoint, I almost feel
Well,
like,
nobody was working the year before they fixed their time.
well, true, yeah. Well, no, you're right, actually. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sad. So.
Yeah.
I apologize.
It's
I
okay.
don't read my emails.
Oh.
I get hundreds. I've got like 5,000, 6,000. I've got to go and delete.
All right. So maybe what I can do, if I send you guys an email, I'll just contact you. Like, hey,
Just text.
yeah, text you. I got all your numbers, so I'll just let you know via text message or a phone call
The emails there.
that I sent you something and to look at it. So, all right. Does that work? Okay. And then the last thing that I have is we did get council approved $40,000 for new fitness equipment. So we did buy 5 new treadmills that should be, cross your fingers, here on March 9th. Yeah, that's tentative. Now, who knows with the supply chain issues if we still have them, but that's the tentative date to have 5 new treadmills. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to have Chris with the street department come over. We're going to thin out some of the machines. So
Like the out of order ones.
yes, so that'll be gone. That room is stuffed full, and there's not that many people that go in
The
there.
movie room?
Yeah, the movie room.
Yeah.
There's way too many treadmills and stuff in there for that room. At most you may see 3 to 4 people, but that's a rare occasion to have 4 in there. So we're gonna look at taking some stuff out of there and bringing some of the treadmills from the aerobics room down there, and then putting all the new treadmills, or not the aerobics, the
Big room.
cardio room. Yeah, and then putting all 5 new treadmills in the cardio room. They're up to date. They're nice. They're really nice. So it'll be a really good update for us in the fitness area. If you haven't been over recently, we painted the weight room. Got a lot of compliments, but I've also heard it's too dark and all
It's
this.
nice, leave it alone.
It's whatever. It's not ugly yellow and green or whatever that
It's
color
fine.
is. Yeah. So yeah, we painted both end walls blue, like a darker marine blue, and then the sides are like a bluish gray. It's like a dark, I don't know. It's a gray of some sort.
It's nice.
So, and then today we added new mirrors, big mirrors that people really like. So if you went in before, on the wall, we had mirrors that went like go behind a door. So like a door mirror, it's about this wide and about yay long. We had like 12 of those. So you had one here, and you'd look in the mirror and you'd see the lines all the time. Well, now that's gone. Now we got humongous mirrors in there, and it looks really good. They installed that today in about a 30-minute time span. They had them put in, and it looks really good. So if you come over, I'll walk you around. I'll take you through. We got a whole bunch of new equipment. What was that? Sometime last year, we got all the crossover machines, and we're going to get a dip and pull up assist machine. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but we have that dip machine in there that's kind of up against the wall that you have to do
what?
yourself. A dip machine. It's like up against the wall, so you put your hands on and you go down and up, dips.
I've never even noticed it.
Yeah. So that's in there. It's kind of a trendy thing right now. It's hard to do pull-ups. A lot of people can't do pull-ups. So this machine has a platform, and then you pull up, and there's weights. So if you can't pull yourself up, you can add weight to it that helps lift you up. So you can still get the muscle strength. Yeah. So they're really cool. I've been on them before. Just they're a little expensive, but it's something I think it will be a really good addition to the weight room. So
Cool.
yeah, and then we also talked about all the white machines, the older machines in there, hiring a company to paint them gray like the rest of the machines. So then they kind of look new. So everything looks the same in there. But we haven't found a company yet, but I don't know if anybody even does that. We just are going to try just to see, because that whole section of all those weight machines, probably $100,000 or more just in those machines. And
Are they metal?
yeah,
Yes.
they're nice. I mean,
And a powder coater?
yeah, so that's what we're going to look for, a company that can do that stuff. Because I thought about asking the street department in-house, but they're so busy and shorthanded that we'll just try to find money or get it budgeted somehow for next year and just try to have it professionally done too. So I think it would make everything in there look better. I mean, not that they're bad. They're not bad machines.
they're not.
The leather's in good shape.
No.
I mean, they're really nice. I don't want to get rid of them. Like, yes, we could get new stuff, but do we really need to get new stuff? No, not necessarily. If we can find a company that can paint them and take care of them, then yeah, we'll go down that road. So just a thought that we've been throwing out there. So just to give I guess we're going a little long here. Is it okay? So we have all new full-time staff. 2 weeks ago was our first full-time staff meeting in almost 18 months. So since Kristen left, I took over, and then there was only 4 of us. Then Tiffany left, and then Michaela left. And so I've been hiring in, and I got a really good crew. Chandler is such a go-getter. It's unbelievable. He wants to achieve. He wants to make this place grow and programs grow. Kelly's on the same page. Kelly came in January 3rd. Kelly's got like 12 new programs that she's rolling out. Like all for different age kids. So look in the messenger and you'll see we're going to do a spring break camp.
Yeah.
So there's going to be all kinds of stuff. We're doing goat yoga. Chandler's doing goat yoga, so I don't know if you've seen that. It's some trendy thing that's going on.
We're going to go watch it. We're not.
Yeah, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's not. I mean, this is legit.
love it.
Like, baby goats with diapers and you're doing yoga and they're like sitting on your back or whatever they're doing.
Are they gonna do it in the gym part?
No, they'll do it in the aerobics room.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's $30. I know it seems a little high, but I mean, at some point we can't just do everything for free. Like that's
No, I
just
think
not
no.
sustain. I
I
mean,
think you're gonna,
yeah.
you got a lot of people signed up?
so right now we got 3, but we're still a month out
Yeah.
or well, 20 days out, I guess.
think it'd be,
Yeah. So I know my wife's going to do
It's
it.
getting it out.
Yeah. We're getting it out there. That's,
What are you doing? Just
Yoga.
you just do,
ropes?
yeah,
Just yoga?
yoga.
goats and they
Yeah.
climb
They
on
come,
you.
they climb all over you.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
they?
Uh-huh.
You said they had diapers.
Yeah, they got
yeah.
diapers on. Yeah. So we'll do it now. We're going to do one this spring and then we're going to do one outside come summertime. We're going to bring them back and do it. As long as this was successful, we'll bring them back in the summertime. Yeah. So come out if you don't want to partake or participate, come out and just check it out. It's going to be kind of neat, I think.
March 10th.
I don't think
Yeah,
my
March
knees will
10th.
work it yet.
Yeah. So those are the things that we're trying. We're trying to do things differently. We're trying to think outside the box. We're trying to do things that, I got rid of gravity games and cardboard boat regatta this year.
Good.
I know it's probably not a popular thing amongst people, but when you have
It was at first and then
Yeah.
it kind of died down.
last year we had a total of like 5 people in both events. And it's a lot of time invested. It's a lot of things going on that not everybody sees. They just see the day of and it's like, well, there's way more that's involved than just the day of. And when you get an outcome of that, it's like eventually that was like 2 to 3 years in a row of that. And the cardboard boat regatta is in the lake. Kind of, I
That
was
lake is-
I was in the lake. I mean, it's cleaner now than it's ever
I
been.
agree.
And I was in the water 2 years ago, and actually I was in the water last year. I'm making sure people are safe. There's snakes. I'm stepping over snakes and all that kind of stuff. So there's those kind of things that it's like, all right, we gotta like reel this in here a little bit and bring it. And then the gravity games. If you don't know how to build a car, you're not going to get into it. You're not going to do it. So, and there's so many different things that that are involved. You have to have a certain brake system. You have to have a certain wheel system. Like there's certain things, and if you don't have any idea how to do it, you're never going to participate.
Right.
And I feel like I'm sure council's not going to be happy about it, but it's something that as the director now that
Maybe
I've
they
seen,
should've
I'm
put
like, yeah.
boats and cars.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna do 2 more movie nights. So we're gonna do a summer movie series. We're gonna do May, June, July, and August. We're gonna show 4 movies, and we're gonna theme them and try to do that instead because the movies they're kind of popular last year. And we'll offer free
We loved
popcorn. Yeah, and it's a good evening and. It's just something, a lot of people do music concert series.
Right.
Well, we're going to do a movie series, summer series. So that's kind of the idea of it. And if it works, it works. I hope it does.
You
But
can get mapped.
well, that was a thought. We did talk
that
about
would
that
be
already.
cool.
Yeah. So we'd do it maybe the June one, probably for 4th of July or something like that. So patriotic, try to do something patriotic around that time period. So they're the last Friday of every month is when we decided to do them. So.
It's always got the
It'll always be out in that field out there at the pain center, yeah. So I thought about maybe doing it sometime in the gym. I mean, if we wanted to continue and it was a success, like in the wintertime, we could lay the tarps out and do a Halloween themed one and, in the gym and have people come into the gym and watch a movie. They could camp out, in the gym. So just things that we're trying to think differently at this point. Not that what we were doing before was bad. It's just the participation was never really there, and so
Right.
I think you
We're-
gotta start small and then.
and we are, and like I said, Kelly comes from the Humane Society. She's dealt with outside stuff, animals, that kind of stuff. So that's what she's really focusing on is her realm, which may work. I hope it does. I'm giving her a long leash to go out and do it, just like Chandler. You want to do it? let's do it. Let's figure out how you want to do it. Let's figure out how to implement it. I'm not here to be your roadblock. I'm here to be your support and do what you think is right. And if I think it's wrong, I'm going to tell you. I'll be honest with them. And then Michaela's position, we hired Chris. He was the rental supervisor. Chris really knows event kind of stuff. He knows software, and he knows how to take care of customers. I know there's not a lot of happy ones sometimes, and he's already ran into that in his first 2 weeks. So, but he was already dealing with that on the rental side. Rentals are never fun to begin with. I mean, we do a lot of them. We did roll the new MyRec software out. It's the best thing. It's awesome. So eventually you'll get unless you're Silver Sneakers, we're going to do ID cards, and you just scan in instead of coming to the front desk. Hey, I'm so-and-so. Like now they can just come in and scan their card and go. Now, is that going to take away the personal stuff, customer service? Maybe a little bit, but some people, if there's a line, all they got to do is come in, scan their card, and they're gone. Like they don't have to wait anymore. There's no more of that. And except, well, right now. So we haven't implemented it yet, but we're getting ready to roll it out. So the new software is showing me live time data. So I know how much money we're bringing in. I know how many rentals we've done. I know how many registrations we've come in, how many memberships we do per day. So before with the older software, it was really hard to find that information out, and you had to dig, and it was never fun. This is literally right in your face as soon as you log in, and it's really cool. And I think it's going to help us. I don't want to say be successful because that's not the word, but it's going to help us understand who's coming into the rec center, and it's data that I have that I can give to you. So, like as of right now, do you think there's more Moraine residents or less Moraine residents that come in?
Less.
It's literally like 3-to-1, non-residents to residents. So. So outside of Moraine, people are supporting the rec center more than people that live in Moraine. So unfortunately, I mean, that's just the facts. It's right there in our face. Every time someone comes in, it lets us know whether they're a resident or non-resident. And there's a line that tells you. And the first couple of days we did it was like 24 non-resident to maybe 8 residents, 7 residents. Now, that's not including Silver Sneakers.
Okay.
So,
But you
yeah.
still accept that?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're actually looking at trying to get a new one called Renew Active. It's through United Healthcare. So Silver Sneakers is Anthem. So if you have Anthem, Medicare, this is going to be through United Healthcare, which like the main ones around here are Anthem and United Healthcare. So we're going to look. We have a meeting on Thursday about bringing Renew Active in and start taking that.
good.
But I want to make sure. So like with Silver Sneakers, it's very easy. You come in, you scan your card.
Right.
Everything goes into a system and a database and goes to finance. We don't deal with it. That's what I want this to be, because if it's, we got to find your name, we got to look you up, we got to keep it in a database on ourselves and then turn it in, that's a nightmare. That means the front desk is doing something, giving it to Chandler, and Chandler's then have to submit that information. If it can be streamlined, then yeah, I'm all for it. But if we can't do that, it's more of a pain. And Chandler doesn't have time. I want the program coordinators to focus on doing their programs and events. And if they have to focus on those little things, those minute things like that, then it just takes away from everything. And I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to avoid those things. So I know I've talked a lot. I know there's a lot going on, which is a good thing, just because it hasn't necessarily been that way in a while. And with the staff that we have, I think you're going to start seeing some cool things coming from us. So
Right.
Well, I wasn't here in November. On the Halloween, how all the tables were set up in that little room.
Mhm.
Is there a way we could have them in the gym around that one
Yeah.
end?
yeah, so we did discuss that. We did have a meeting afterwards. It is tight in there, and the line is crazy. I think the line's going to be crazy no matter what. Like, it's just that long. I mean, it went all the way outside around the bathhouses. That's how long it was.
The kids could go and play, and the parents stand in line.
Right. So, with it, I mean, it would just be us logistically moving things around. Do we need all those? Do we need that whole gym for bounce houses and stuff? Maybe not. I mean, it was just another attraction that we added to, just to give kids something else to do. So the parent, there's a lot of things to do there that day. I mean, you can be outside, you could be inside, you could be standing in the line, you could be getting food. Like, there's just, we try to make it a multitude of things. But yeah, I mean, it's something we can discuss. And yeah, either way, they're going to be snaking through the building. That's the downfall to it. No matter how you look at it. And the setup in the gym, I don't know. We would have to figure that out. Maybe we could put the tarp down or the curtain down halfway, and one half is all the bounce houses, and then the other half is the trick or treat.
We walked in there after, while they were still bouncing around.
Yeah.
We thought, there's plenty of room back there. Everybody to set up.
Yeah. And, I mean, we don't have to do that many bounce houses. I mean, we do that many to fill the gym up is what we do. So that's why it's set up that way. But no, it's something we can talk about. Yeah, absolutely.
Put the bounce houses outside.
Yeah, but then you risk the weather.
That's true.
That's true.
We did the corn maze outside. That was a blow up. I mean, we had a beautiful day.
Right.
We did the hayride. If it was raining or anything that day, that means
True.
everybody, that line, I don't even know what we would do. It would be utter chaos.
Yeah.
What we initially wanted to do was a track or treat. We wanted to put everybody upstairs on the track, so,
Oh, that would be cute.
but Bobby said the weight bearing, you can't have that many people just standing around up there on the track.
That would
So,
be
yeah.
neat.
But we thought it was a great idea until he was like, yeah, you can't do it. So, trunk or treat, track or treat, whatever.
Right.
So, we could do it underneath. Yeah, maybe we could. The thing with the blow ups is there's all that electricity. Like, I don't know. Let me think about that, and I'll take it to staff and we'll discuss it. So, anything else from that night? Since you weren't here, anybody?
Can we decorate the table ourselves?
Oh, who did it? I don't even know.
I don't know who did it.
I think it-
Might have been our
well,
staff.
I don't want to say.
I wasn't here, so I
but
missed it.
It was someone that works at the,
Oh,
It was-
still?
It was
Oh,
terrible.
and it,
And we had little teeny dum-dum suckers. Which really, it was okay, but it was embarrassing.
Oh.
yeah.
okay.
But then there
Well, that's the
was
stuff I need to know.
Right.
Like, yeah, tell me that because we'll figure something else out.
And it was
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
But I have to say this though, as time
Yeah.
went on,
we were kind of glad.
we were glad. So it was a split thing because when the really little ones that had been crying,
Yeah. Oh, you
like
gave
an
them that.
hour in line.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad would hand them that.
They'd be
They
quiet.
were good with
Oh, it's
the
good.
suckers.
Did you like where you were at? I mean, you
No.
want to be first, last?
We liked it when we were there the year before.
So
Where
you were by the
was
stage.
behind us.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem, the whole problem was, and it was wonderful, the police departments, okay, but that stopped everything. So
Yeah.
that's where
Well,
everything got backed
even
up.
after-
And then you'd have big chunks of
Yeah.
nothing when you had all these people. in
Well, and that's the other thing. We're gonna tell vendors like we need to keep moving. I know some people were wanting to do like crafts and stuff or something from what I
Yeah,
heard.
that was the problem. Was
Yeah,
keeping
and it's
those
like-
lines moving.
Yeah,
It was
n-
next
this-
to us.
yeah.
If they're gonna do a craft, they put them in a bag and hand them
And
out.
get on. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna.
They had stickers.
Yes.
Which
Oh,
one do you want?
next to
Yeah.
us, yes,
And
they
it
let them
was-
pick out their own
Yeah.
sticker.
So
they
and
stood
then
there forever.
we're gonna tell them not to bring stickers because then the stickers were all over the building.
I'll bet.
They were on the floor and we couldn't get them off.
Yep.
So yeah, if they're gonna show up, it's candy and.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna critique that. I know that's something we talked about, but it was a problem and that's why the line
Tell
was
them
what
to
it was.
put them in bags and go from there.
But it was the most we ever did. That was a record. We did over 1,000 people in that
Yeah,
line.
it was,
It was,
Boy, am I glad I
it
missed
was
Yeah.
it.
neat.
Yeah.
it was, I mean, people were
We
great.
did
Yeah.
like the first.
Well, council was first, we were
But we had
second,
that little sucker.
but
It was okay.
Had
Yeah.
we known, we'd brought our own.
Right.
Yes.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean, we moved a lot of money around last year to make to do what we did there. So I don't know if we'll be able to pull off that much stuff again, but
Well, let us know, we'll bring them back.
yeah,
But I do have a suggestion. The police department did so well, and they had that. It doesn't need to be in that room.
So-
Maybe we could eliminate or put them
I didn't know they were
Another
going that
that elaborate. Yeah,
that
'cause
elaborate with
really
it.
slowed
I mean, it was
everything
cool.
down.
Don't get me wrong.
It was, yes.
But yeah, you are correct. I will talk to them and we will dumb that
And
down
they were,
a
and they
little
were
bit.
so excited. And
Yeah.
they had.
I mean, it was
a
great.
time.
I thought it was cool, but
It stopped.
yeah, where they
everything.
were at
They
in
should
that
be the
corner
end.
didn't really work out. If that was the last thing, maybe.
Right.
You know, or the first thing that's what they come into
Right.
might have been. But yeah, I'll talk to Stephanie.
That was just a thought.
Yeah.
See,
No,
they could be in the gym and they could be in that one corner.
Yeah.
And,
True.
and the police department in the other corner.
Heck, they could have been on the stage.
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
So, just a thought.
Okay.
yeah. It's just, I didn't think.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all I have. Anybody got anything to add to that?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll adjourn at 5:15.